What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Okay. Alrighty. Well, thanks everybody for joining. Let's see if I still have an echo. Hang on one second. There we go. Alrighty. Should be better. Okay. Perfect. So, hello, my name is Jordan. I am currently going to, I wanted to do a fun exercise. So, I had a couple ideas. Here in Ohio, it's cold and snowy and icy. So, I had the idea of something I've been wanting to do for a while, which is learning two new frameworks, essentially. React, which isn't new, but I've worked with before, but primarily Gatsby. Excuse me. And so I have been wanting to rewrite a site that I wrote maybe I think about a year ago. It's pretty much a static site that basically has just some content about this nonprofit that I help run, and I wanted to rewrite it because it's just written in HTML, CSS, a little bit of JavaScript, and a little bit of PHP to help render some things that are, repetitive. But I had the idea of basically rewriting the site, same look, same everything, just basically a mirror copy with Gatsby. Which is essentially let's actually go to the site and see what they actually call it. But that's the goal. And so I'm learning here 100%. I've seen a couple demos of it, but beyond that, that's the extent. So I am going to learn with you guys. If you have questions, I'm not sure where everybody at is in the process, but essentially we're here to learn together. So. Okay. So let me pull up this. Okay. And let me go to, let's go, Gatsby.js. And this says free open source framework based on React that helps developers build blazing fast websites. Let me show you the website that I'm talking about. You see right there that loading indicator. It takes a little bit to.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something?
I don't want Terry. As you saw, takes a decent amount of time. There's quite a bit of payload for the images to load. It's for the most part, it's just a static site, and so I wanted to rewrite it. There's a couple parts to it, but for the most part it's fairly straightforward, just static information, and want to rewrite it. So that is essentially the goal. So actually, you guys can't see that. Hang on one second. Here you go. So here's the site, and basically the goal is to duplicate this. It's fairly straightforward, just some static information, a couple forms, some information on our trips we do, just some information. yeah, pretty straightforward. Some events we got coming up, that sort of thing. So the thought was basically, could we rewrite this and let's just see. Maybe it fails, but I thought I'd give it a shot, and I thought I would be vulnerable enough to learn it on the fly with everybody else. So alrighty, so let's get started. I don't even have the CLI, so basically Gatsby has a CLI that I would like to use. Let's see, get started. There's gotta be a docs. Quick start. Use the CLI. There we go. I want to. Can you guys see this? Take a minute. If you guys have questions along the way, you can just send a comment. I'm new to this. It's my first time coding and streaming at the same time, but probably hear my kids come in and out along the way. But it's part of the fun, right? Let's see. Should be about done. For those of you wondering, I'll be using Visual Studio Code as my main IDE. Let's see, I'm going to look through some of these docs here. Looks like this is a script to create a new site. Directories into the site. This Gatsby develop will create the development server. This will run the build. It'll serve it for production. More documentation. Let's see. I don't think we really need to watch that. There we go. Cool. So we should be able to run this guy right here. So Gatsby new dream. Let's do dream on. Let's use npm. Keep hitting my Siri button. Okay. I want to run npm. Should take super long here. This is done. The fun part of waiting. Let's see. I think I have a pretty decent connection. Too bad. So I might have to pull up. So React, for those of you who don't know, so Gatsby basically is a framework built kind of around or on top of React, and essentially it's a way of, I guess React isn't technically a framework, it's a library, essentially way to create reusable components. It's what actually Facebook uses to build, what was used to build Facebook. And let's see, it's been a while, long time since I used it. I have this up here for when it's there, for when, oh, there we go. Okay, let's cd into that directory, and let me open this in code. And you'll see here, it generated a source folder. Here's my node modules, which it installed all the dependencies, some static pages, some images, and these are my components. Let's see. Looks like this is some basic SEO that probably gets queries for the data. Gatsby. Let's see. This looks like it goes in the site header. This is site metadata. Looks like you can set all that here. It's pretty cool. Twitter titles, your cards, descriptions. Let's see a layout. Let's make like the root. See like the root header of the site here. This is the actual root component. There's a footer component. This is the header, and a div with some style, and then the main. Children. Let's see. This is definitely new looking. I normally work in just Angular. Okay, so let's see if we want to just build this to see where it's at. Let's go back to Gatsby develop. We'll start the development server. So if I pull open, whoops. Gatsby develop. Let's see. Let's look at building. Looks like it's ready on localhost 8000. Let's try that out. So here we go. So that's built the site here. So looks like go to page 2. See how quick this is. You can tell it's static, even for being run locally. It's super fast. And it looks like if we go to pages, it's the index. Hi people, welcome to the new Gatsby site. Here's page 2. So just so you can see the changes. Let's see. Welcome to my live coding example. Let's save this. Looks like it's gonna hot reload, and there it is. It's already there. So that's cool. Let me create another output here, and let me see if it's set up with time get master. Okay, so let's
catch that.
Let's see if I can turn Siri off. Super annoying. Okay, so we have our basic site built running with Gatsby, but it looks nothing like this. It's nothing like this. As you can see, it takes a good second or so to build that. Let's see if I open up this inspector and if I run an audit, I want to run an audit on this. I want to see the lighthouse sort of auditing around how long it takes to load. So performance 78, so definitely some room for improvement there. So I think I'd be curious once we do it to compare that number using exact same images, coding, everything. Interesting to see. Hoping we can get it up in here in the screen. So okay, so what's the first step here? Let's see if we can, let's pull up the old code and see where we can begin to extrapolate and pull from. So let me pull open here's my server with, let's see, where's our index file? As you can see, it's written in PHP. Should pull up and in here. I'm not sure why it's not. I want to save this. Did I not click on it? There you go. So you can see we have this header, slider. We have some sections, these 3 sections, which are right here, and then we have a little about section, which is this whole thing, and then this whole white section is about inclusion. We have a little video section, which is this pop up that pulls this up, just creates this link. Have a little team section or staff. Then we have this contact form, and then the footer. So the idea would be to, let's first copy over all the static, the CSS. So let's minimize this and this. Let's pull down, minimize that. Trying to think. Fonts. Let's copy the CSS folder, this fonts folder, images folder. Let's wait on that. Let me just pull these out. Copy these to a desktop. I can see it's almost done. Let's see what's in here. jQuery and the contact and some plugins. Let's pull that down too. And here's a just a subdomain we have set up, and then here's this Apple favicons essentially. So we have some different pages set up. Okay, so first things first, let's find a way to copy, or here, let's open this, and let's just say we want to add the images. There's quite a few images we want to copy and put in the images folder. So we move those over. Let's see. Static. Where do page data static? Let's see, where do you put like assets? Let's see. Need a way to put where. We need to figure out where to put the CSS. Getting started. Next, let's just maybe walk through this tutorial. Looks like there's a bunch of plugins. Not sure which ones I need. I don't think I want to be here. Let's see, docs. I think I know. Set environments, building blocks, styling. Global styles. Every site has its own sort of global styles. Site topography, background colors, creating global styles with standard CSS files. Let's see. Looks like add a CSS file. We make a styles in the source. Okay. So we want to cd into the source folder. We want to make a CSS folder. You should be able to see it here. Okay, let's go here. We now have a CSS folder, and let's copy over these 3 things here. Okay, keep going. Define some styles. I wonder if the, let's see, using a global CSS style sheet. So I wonder if you needs that naming. I'm curious if I restart this, looks the same. One of the most straightforward ways to add global styles to a site is using a global CSS style sheet. So I wonder, okay. So it looks like it wants us to create a global style sheets full. Let's go. Whoops. And it's saying we need to placement of the sample file and source styles. We need to include it in the Gatsby browser.js. So we need to go back to the beginning. Okay. Oh, here we go. We already have one. We need to import. Okay, so we should be able to import source CSS, and we want to import, let's see, whoops, what's our CSS? Oops. Lines.css. Whoops. And just this one. See if this changes anything. Okay. Module not found. Because sources is our first error. Yay! We're making progress, right? Okay, it's looking for this font. How do we add? How to add fonts to Gatsby? Good typeface. There's a dev.to article. Let's see. I don't know if I want that. Let me just try. Or just fonts. Okay. This over. So we now have these are all empty. Okay, so this should be in the same relative directory as it was on the server. Image CSS fonts, so the CSS shouldn't be broken, I don't think. So let's see. There you go. So there we go. So now should be referencing those files, and it's not broken. So nothing looks the same, but we're getting closer. Okay. So first thing would be to take what we talked about, or let's see. We want to probably let's see what's in here. Let me open this in code. So this is just a plugin that handles some of the scrolling and okay. Let's see. Wonder if that's where we need to import that. Let's see. Okay, well, let's just give this a shot. Again, learning on the fly, so we'll see. Let's go back and let's open this folder and source, and let's just copy this to here. And still seems to be working. Let's see, do I need to import? Let's see if I import source JS. Guess we should do this in order. Actually, I don't need that one yet. And JS plugins not JS and Let's see. Vendor. Let's see. Source, JavaScript, what's in here? jQuery and modernize. Oops. Let's copy this path. I'm not sure why it's not automatically doing that. This may very well break it. It's failed. Okay. Let's see. So I wonder. Let me just see one at a time if it breaks it. So that's good. Let's try this one. Okay, I didn't like that. Oops. Oops. Doesn't like the plugins. Okay, what if we add these? Okay, so it's cool with that one. So it's cool with this one. Doesn't like that one. Wait a second. Is it working now? I'm confused. It looks like it's getting a cannot resolve jQuery. Let's see. I'm not doing that. Actually, maybe I want to do that for all of these. So, looks like instead of including it here, is that a normal way to do this? Let's see. You're supposed to import them, or here it's actually adding as a script into HTML.jss. So, components, layout. This header, let's see what's in the header. I think we want import React, because importing here. Where's actually build like the header of a site? From header. Site title. Here's a main and here's a footer. So it's gotta come from here. Header style. Is there a script? see. As an external, I don't know if I want to load it from a CDN because I have it. I think so. In this scenario, jQuery minified there. Let's see if there's any other examples. How to properly use jQuery. jQuery and its peer dependencies worked amazing. I really like the way it just works with simple yarn, add bootstrap. So this looks like, this is, what page is this? This layout with the children.
One moment.
This page, layout with the children, I think. No, sorry, wrong thing. Not this, but this, yes. Children layout. Okay, so here I should be able to importing this work like a charm. Okay, so in theory I should be able to import JS / oops. Copy that, put it here. Let me just save this to see if it breaks it. Whoops, what do we do here? Did I don't think I want this here. Can't resolve this. $708 problems. Can't find image close. Oh shoot. Because it was IMG. So all these, so I'm gonna need to find, okay, so let me show you. So here, my images folder was IMG, and in Gatsby looks like the reference is images. So what I need to do is search for all the places where I am using image like that. Like in layout CS, I need to find all the image, well, not all those, the folders, so none of those. Normalize, looks like this is the one I want. These are just, let's see. Want to find any of them that have references to like the URL and the directory. Yeah, like right here. Images. See if there was any more. Let's see. Okay, I don't see any more. So all those were like this. There's none like that. Here, let's save this. Responsive. Looks like none of those will work. Any changed? I don't think this need change, but okay. Okay, I think we're kosher again. Let's see. Let me rebuild this because it's kind of hard to tell if it's like a not building because it says it's fine, but it's like getting an error when I actually load it. Sometimes the build runners for these get stuck. Let's see. Well, it looks like we're getting an error. Video.play.img in source.plugins. Let me look for owl.video. Where was that at? Is that even in? Is that a just owl? Search for it. It's the only reference. That's weird. This is Owl Carousel. Let's see if let's see if it's on the server here. Let's plug in. Is it still building? Like, is it logging this? The token. This is error at. Potential fix. I'm not sure what this fix option is, but let me try it out. Gatsby develop dash fix. Okay. Doesn't like that. Not sure what the dash fix is. Okay. I'm not sure. Maybe this was a problem before. Wonder if it's a reference to. Let me try this. Let me just reference the jQuery CDN itself. And not call my file. And do this. Well, shoot. I'm importing there. That's not what I want to do. 3.4. What version? 2.1. The issue I'm having is with this OWL plugin. OWL carousel. It's an actual issue. Copy this. Let me search for this. OWL carousel. Saying if I add that, maybe. No. That video. Cannot find that. Did I get the latest version? No. This was OWL carousel installed as an npm package. Let's see. Let me try to run this. And let me I don't know. I don't remember if this was specific configuration for my site or this is just a minified version of that plugin. Shoot. Well, what if I just comment this out for now? Will it build? Okay, likes that. So where am I commented out to? Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. So I wanted. Still can't find this. Bundle, man. Let me pull this up and see. Definitely doesn't like. Let me wonder if source actually this. Let me copy this and see. It's raw. let me copy this and see if I replace this, if it fixes the problem. It's quite a bit more code. Doesn't like that. Oh, here's this picture. Here we go. Let me download this. Okay, let me undo that, because dear Lord, we don't want to add that. Put this back. Let me add this picture. Let me download this. Add this. Let me minify this. Let me open. Source JS plugin is the. Okay, so this needs to go in the root, I think. I think this might work now, Lord willing. That owl video dot play. Well, it's right there. Okay, let me put it in images. Images. Okay. Let's see, source. So instead of putting it here, which I didn't seem super clean anyways, let me copy this and put it in the images folder. Okay, it looks like it's building now, I think, which is good. Hey, success. Hey. There we go. So that's how we can easily begin to debug issues, guys. Lots of fun. Okay, so looks like we are now in. Well, hang on, let me pull this back in. Looks like it. Oh, it's. Success. So it's kind of hard to tell with the CLI if things are broken or not sometimes. It's jQuery script. Let's see. Let's say load jQuery from CDN. Or I don't think I want to do that. I mean, this should. Let's load the other ones and see. I wonder though if it's because I'm, well, loading JS file in Gatsby. Create a folder static to the root of the project. Put your script into that folder. Include the script in your React DOM with React Element. Ooh, I probably want to do something like that. There's a thing called static folder, for which one uses case including a small script outside of the normal code. Send this same situation. Okay, create a folder called static to the root of your project. Do I have this? Okay, let me just check this out, because it doesn't like it when we import these like this for some reason. So it's saying if we create a static folder, let's check out a new branch called adding resources. Okay, let me add these things. Okay, and let's just say this is gonna be I'm just doing a task and say I add CSS images and fonts to sites, something like that. So at least get us a reference point to start there. So when we try this, if we screw something up, we got a good place to go back to. So it looks like we need to create a folder in the root of the project, which we are at. So make dir static. Put your script in the folder static. So let's move. Okay. Let me. Looks like let's move all these from there to the static folder. Get rid of this static. Then include the script with your React DOM with React Element. Okay. So I was reading about React Element. Let me find their actual like documentation. So it looks like React Element and Gatsby plugin. Looks like it's a way to, let's see, page metadata. Is a package that provides a React component interface for you to manage your document head. Gatsby React Element plugin drop in support for server rendering data added with React Element. Using the plugin, attributes you to add to React Element will be added to the static HTML pages that Gatsby builds. So it's a way of sort of building your static resources. So it looks like here I need to add in the Gatsby config. I need to add this. So, well, looks actually I need to run this. Oh, I gotta just copy it like this. Let's say here in the root of my site, should be able to run this. Said I need to then go to my Gatsby config under plugins. Looks like it does have Gatsby plugin React Helmet. I wonder, it might have already came when I actually newed up the app. It might actually came with it. Let's see. So is it done? So added the package. Okay. Oops. Now if I go back, okay. So if I go here, if I inside of my layouts, I add. Let me just copy this. So inside of my layout, inside this layout, if I do something like this, and I want to use React Helmet, I want to use import helmet from React Helmet. I want a with prefix and link from Gatsby. These are prefix and link. These are some built-in parts from Gatsby. Let's see. With prefix, and I want to load, let's just say plugins.js. Should be able to add multiple of these in. Actually, let me copy this line, and this one is going to be Ajax contact.js. So it's going to be main. I have plugins, Ajax and main. Then I have this vendor folder, which has get out of here. Okay. Which has this, which is going to be my static vendor, and then jQuery-3.2.1.min.js, and let's see, same thing. Gonna get a vendor modernizer 3.5.0.min.js. Okay, let's build this and see if it yells at us. Never used, so I'm not using link. I can get rid of this. Oops. One problem. Expected an assignment or function call and instead saw an expression. Helmet and the script element. Layout.js. Let me stop it and see if this is another case where restarting it fixes it. So we're building this, and hopefully you guys are learning a few things. Alrighty, back to coding. Let's see. Line 18. It's saying generated field. Expected an assignment or function call instead saw an expression. Wonder because I have more than one of these. Maybe. Let me see how. Hang on. I bet you. How do I have this? layout. Oh, it's because I'm doing this thing. Same. Layout is equal to as you can see here, they just have layout and say helmet. Here's the end of the layout. In this build, it's setting layout as a const with all this in it, and then where's layout getting imported? Prop types. Okay. So it looks like I need to put it like here. Maybe? Can try it. Let's see. Let me try doing that. We'll fix it. Looks like it. Hey, there we go. Okay, now we're getting this owl carousel issue again because we moved the okay, so if I go back to, I know why. Go back here. Where was that at? Lightbox, jQuery. I need to find. Okay, because here. Somewhere I'm calling that other one. I'm calling the other path that we changed that was causing the issue before. See if I restart if it will. Don't see it. Where was that? It's URL something. I thought it was in this file. It's yawn at this, but I think that's it. It's not getting a build error, so I think we're okay now. I think. Okay. I think it's yelling at me here because it's requiring this before it's calling this before it hits jQuery, so it's getting an error. So let me try loading this first. No. Anyone have any ideas? No errors. Let me just do this, see if this fixes it. jQuery on main. So it doesn't like. If I pull these out, it's cool. Something about So not sure why that got messed up, but here you go. I love how fast this thing is. Ajax line 1. Of course. Because it's not recognizing. What if I call J? I'm going to put this last. It's got to be the order in which this is loading. It's causing it. So that caused it again. So I wonder. Does it load like inverse or something? Main. Confused now. Well, I'm not sure, people. Let me Google this error. See if we can fix something. If not, I'm gonna one up that because that guy helped us here. That was awesome. Let's see. Let's see. jQuery. Hey Andrew, I am working on, for those who are jumping on, actually rewriting this project, basically rewriting the Dreamline website so that it uses Gatsby, which is a static site generator that
I found this on the web.
loads super quick. So pretty cool. I'll send you a link to this right here. Pretty cool. See if it has anything here. Check this quick. And I know that we probably not gonna need this anyways, because we'll probably redo the form. So actually let's do that. Let's get rid of the form here. And see if that fixes anything. Still have the main.js. Let's see what's in there. This is this guy. Strict. So Rob, essentially the big thing with Gatsby is, one, I wanted to just learn it, but the thought is that it's static. So basically it will load super quick, much faster, everything. So that's kind of the idea. Basically a learning experience for me, and just thought it'd be a fun project. So not sure why I'm getting that error, but for now we can Doesn't like this. Out carousel. Let's see.
Uh-huh.
Let me load this after that, maybe. So just at the end of that. So it's saying I don't like this. Oh wait, what did I miss? I think I did it, maybe? Shouldn't need that there, I don't think. Cool. Let me commit this, and let's see. Right. So Rob, basically it works with React, but it's like a CLI that builds on top of React, so it becomes kind of like an actual framework for React, and it generates static site, but you can connect it to all kinds of cool things. So you can connect it to like Markdown. You could pull from WordPress, a database. So it just uses Facebook's GraphQL to basically query all kinds of data sources and then create static files for that. And basically you can set up hooks. So like when, WordPress, when you make an update to something, your data changes, it can automatically generate, basically pull in updated static info. So the site's super quick. So kind of cool, at least in theory. Learning it on the fly here. So we'll see how cool it is as I go. Let's see. Oops. Okay, and we just added let's see, we add JavaScript to site. Cool. Is there any other resources that we're missing? Oops. I don't think so. Do we have a fonts? That's the one. Or we have fonts, I think. I should be able to. How are the fonts being loaded now? They're probably loaded. It's been forever since I actually wrote the site, so. Sometimes I forget how I did it. I think I'm loading these fonts like somewhere. No. Well, I have them here. We can revisit that later. I think that's the only other thing that the last part, I think. Cool. So let's go ahead and push. Well, I don't have a. Okay. Let me add. Let me create a new repo called Dream on Gatsby. I'll make it public for anyone who wants to anyone wants to, I guess, help, I guess. Let's see. I don't need to read me. I already have one. Push. Adding resource. Source. Can't type. The other cool thing is that, cool thing about this is that you can, it sort of decouples your app from the data source in a way. And so basically, if I wanted to pull this data from, add it to a different place later, be really easy to do that with Gatsby, because it's basically sort of decoupled and agnostic from where it's getting the data. It just knows it's getting static data and it builds it from it. So kind of cool. So this should be here. Let's see. So let me make a pull request. Let me pull this and, well, shoot. I don't have. It doesn't have a master branch because I forgot to push it. Okay, get checkout master. Okay, so I want to compare this to master. So I'm adding, okay, there's my 2 commits. I'm adding CSS files, those imports we created. Looks like I update React Element when I ran that second install. I'm adding React Element, and with prefix, I'm importing those scripts there. So global CSS just has CSS which has nothing in it. These are the CSS files I've loaded. The fonts I added. Some images. Bunch of images. And the actual static JS files itself. So cool. I think looks good to me. Let me add resources to merge this. Cool. So now if I pull this, pull all those into master, now master's updated. So let's see, how long have we been going here? Should we keep going or stop? Hour and a half. Let's see. Cool. Let's actually start adding. Let's add something so it at least doesn't feel like we did nothing. So it doesn't just look like this still. That's funny. Cool. Alrighty. So let's work on adding this header. Which let's see what's in the header. Which is all these style sheets, as well as a loader, and then the navigation. So actually what we could do is separate these into two separate components that we can wrap inside the header. So let's create a new branch. And let's see, what do we want to call it? Let's call it header, I guess. Add header. Okay, and we got a new branch created. We want to add so right now this header looks like this default starter. So if I go here, we'll see all these styles. Looks like a div with some styling, and then with a link with the site title, which is nothing. Oh, it's being passed in as a prop, which looks like it's done a little bit different than they used to. Default, and then the props are. Okay. So what we want to do is first, we don't want it to be purple. What do we want it to be? Is there any styles that we need? So we want to add a spinner and a navigation. So let's create in here new file called loader.js and new file called navigation.js. And let's see. We want to, let me pull this over here so we can have some reference to that. So we want to, this is going to be called, we're going to export default and call it loader. And then we want to, I guess, say console loader equals, I don't think we need any props. Basically, the HTML looked like this. And I think that's it. It's been forever since I've done React. Let me load this. Check our build. Looks like it's still building. It's not yelling. Now if we go to here and say
Hmm?
we don't want this. So now it should just be purple, or has nothing. So now, header, I want to load I need to load loader. I want to load loader from loader. Oh. I don't have React. I want to import React from React. Function call and so expression. I don't need a function, I just need to say equals. That's right. Okay. Loader is not defined. It's like basic oh. Because I called it, I'm not sure how. Element type is invalid. Let's see, layout loads. So that's where they're passing the props down the header. I don't think we need this, nor this because, well, okay. Check the render method of layout. I'm not sure. We better, I guess. So I'm not getting any errors, but it's element type is invalid. Expected a string for built-in components or class. Okay, let me figure out how to actually create React components. User, what's an object? Need all you React experts to help me out here. Maybe. Is it because I need to make this class name? I don't think so. Maybe though. Render root element. 21 frames or collapse. Invalid type. Well, how do you actually just create a component? Welcome. Can I do create classes? So me too, Rob. It's been forever. I did a couple apps with it like several years ago, but man, it's like backwards of how you normally think. It's kind of fun because it challenges the way you normally think, but man, let's see. So I need to. So I should used to be able to do like const loader. Equals something like this, I think, and doesn't like root. I was hoping we could do this pretty quickly, but rebundle, so it's successful, but element type is invalid. Expected a string for built-in components or a class function for composite components, but got an object. How's it doing this other one? So it's returning. So what if I do return? I don't know what that is. Something like that. No. It's returning it. Oops, not there. Oops. I don't like that. I'm not sure what. I don't know. Don't really have any props. Seems the same to me. Warning, data is assigned a value but never used. Ah! Render root. Where's it even coming from? The layout? Something? From the app.js. That's my files. Where's that? Oh. I didn't see it. Must generate that. Sorry, this part's boring, guys. Can't figure out this out. Whoops. Oh, here we go. App.js, which... Oh, it's in this cache. Okay. It's calling... Render root element. Render method of layout. I don't like something here. Is it this? What changes do we even have to layout? Cause I remove that, I guess. Didn't like it when I did that. Header. What else? It's back to normal. So now let me restore all these. Discard these changes. Okay, so we're back. Let's see. But so we're back to having header. So let's go back to removing all of this and loading loader. I want to import loader from loader. Hey, It's working. That was weird. Didn't like something I did. Okay. Prop types. Okay. So we need to finish. Where is loader at? Do I need to? So it looks like I need to finish preloader. I wonder if do I need this in this? Can I just do this? So it's cool with that, right? Okay, so then if I add div class equals spinner. I need a class name and double balance one. Uh-oh, didn't like something. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me try this again. There you go. I think it's because I'm have it as a function. If I were to just do, I think it would work if I did it like this. Nope. Never mind. I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but for now, that works. So that's how we add loader. Now let's pipe over the rest of this, which is the navigation. Let's see, navigation. Navigation. Import React from React. And so a different way to do links, and there's a specific way to do links in Gatsby, so I'll comment those out. Get rid of these. I think it just doesn't like some of these. Okay. Import navigation from navigation. Build it. See if we get in trouble. Hey. So here we go. We're actually getting the drop downs are working. It's awesome. So there we go, guys. Way to go, team. Oh, it's a good start. Oh boy. Let's see. It's a good place to stop, or should we keep going? So I have all this added. But there's a way. Let me reorganize these a little bit. So let me put this in a folder called header. Put header. What is image.js? I can serve optimized images. I'm not sure what that is. Header. Loader and navigation can go in there. And that should have broken layout, because I can't find header. But if I there you go. So now these are organized a little bit. And let's see. We can, for the sake of
I'm
fun,
here.
we can create a footer. Extrapolate this
Sorry,
out.
I'm still not sure about.
Thanks, Ro. Okay, let's see. Let's create a quick one real quick. Footer. And we will see if I remember how to do this. Import React. React. And we want to do const footer. Or is it default? Default layout. Okay. Alt footer. Now there is a way to do links in Gatsby. This might be a good time to try it. Let's pull this out. Let's add footer here. Let's import footer from footer. This should still work. And then let's see. Let's find the Gatsby link. There's a link component that handles linking. Let's see. Link API. Here we go. Link to. Simple. Must be a way to add styles. Okay, cool. So it looks like the index will assume active class. It's kind of cool. Okay. You add, there's a property called active class name. It will assume because it's index. If not, can inline it. Okay. So for this example, if we go to footer, we need to import link from Gatsby, I think. And if we change link to, I think it's 2. What it was, 2. I didn't like that. Let's see. Link from Gatsby. To so because it's an external link. Let's see. Internal link. Reminder, use link only for internal links. Okay. So it looks like we don't want to do that for this because it's only for internal. But if we go to navigation, here would be, okay, so here would be a good example. Let's import a link from Gatsby. This would be a good example of link to, oops, that's a class name equals this to here and link. Is that it? Doesn't like the image because it's another. Check the random map navigation. Nav link. Class name. It works fine like that. Why doesn't it like that? To class name. Valid type invalid expected string. You likely forgot to export your component from the file. Navlink. Confused. Should work. We want to link to is it because I'm using this? Do I need to add class name? I think that's why. Because I need to add class name for these, that's why I think. Maybe, maybe not. Let me find all class. quite a few here. No. What the junk? Doesn't like this. It's cool if I do that. Wonder if it's. I don't know. Let me just try again. See it. Try it down here. To music. What the world? I wonder, do I need to add... Wonder if I need to add... This works fine. I wonder, do I need to like import the link API somewhere? Do I need to add it to a config file or something? Only for internal links. Cool. Well, I think it's a good place to stop, and next time we can try to tackle this. I think that we at least have somewhat of a start. Certainly doesn't look like this, but it's kind of close. So, think might be a good place to start. So. Let's see. Yeah, let's commit our changes and call her a day. Let's see. Let's add these. Commit, say feature. Add loader and loader, footer, and navigation component. Cool. Add header, push this to the remote. Cool. Let me merge this. Add header. Hang on. Where's my branches? No, my change default branch. My default branch is master. Forgot to upload master first. That's okay. Easy fix. Code. Create a pull request to add header. And where's our commit? Adding footer component, header component, the loader component. This is the header we updated. Our header we updated. We added loader navigation. Loader navigation. Here's the layout we We changed the directory for it. Remove the footer. I think looks good to me. Ugh. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that'll wrap up today's. Let's see. See how long was we going? Like, let's see. See if I can find it. Like 2 hours, so not too bad. So hope you guys had fun. We will hopefully do it here soon. I'll let you guys know. And see you guys later.